Okay, looks like we are live. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. I need to keep the chat somewhere where I can see it. So I'll do that. And Jenny, feel free to welcome folks if you like.
I'm just clicking over to the chat myself as
Okay,
well.
sounds good. Okay, aloha, everyone. Thank you for being with us here for our day 83 check-in, our last First Friday check-in. And I am here with our fearless leader, Jenny Selig. Jenny.
Hello.
Welcome back to First Friday check-in. How's the project going for you now that we're so close to the end? And everybody in the chat, feel free to share how it's going for you as well.
I think I've said this in a couple of my recent posts that some other life things are kind of taking over, and I am ready to not have, although I have made it work for me, I'm ready to not have the subtle pressure of trying to post something every day, whether it's a video or not. So I'm really enjoying playing, and that has been great. But the posts are, I'm glad that they're petering out for me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I got sick last week, and so, um, well, it's interesting because I think it forces you to think differently about like what can you post, um, and I took some older videos and remixed them into reels, and that's was a lesson for me. It definitely was something I had to learn more about doing, and was a way that I could still keep posting. But yeah,
Hmm.
when I was traveling, it was tough. Some people have definitely traveled and posted and made it work. Um, like when Leanne was in Europe, and
Yeah, that was fun. All the European videos.
that was super cool. Yeah. 17 days left, huh? Um, I do feel more consistent this year than in previous years. And I've decided for the end of the project, I am going to try to record something, get something officially recorded. So I'll be documenting that along the way. So if you want to keep up with that, you can follow what I'm doing. Jenny, how are you doing on your songwriting challenge this year?
Well, that's actually what I'm kind of falling back on more if I don't have time to record, part of my practice is
Hmm.
just talking about the writing. And I made it to 25 songs so far, 25 drafts. So I feel good
Wow,
about that. The goal I set for myself was 10, so I feel happy with that.
awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think that when I talk to people who are much more experienced at writing, they say it kind of ebbs and flows as you think of songwriting as a practice.
Hmm.
And sometimes you get into the groove and you find things just come out of you more easily than others. And I guess I sort of lucked into one of those grooves as part of this 100 days. So I felt like it wasn't all dried up, and I'm glad that that happened that way.
That's good. Yeah, you got to milk it while you got it. That's for sure. In the chat, Jenny is awesome.
Aw, thank you.
Let's look at the chat a little bit. Okay, aloha, friends. Yeah, let us know how it's going for you all at the end of the project. Today, we're going to talk about shirts. Yay! Because that's why we're all doing this, right? We're doing it for the t-shirt. And then
Seriously.
we'll talk about what we're going to do to wrap up the end of the project with either, well, in the past we've done day 100 celebrations, we've done watch parties, we've also done a showcase. So we want to hear from folks, what makes sense, what worked in the past for you, and if you have any suggestions or requests for ways that we can celebrate at the end of this year's project. Yeah. Um, Justine says, impressed that I made it this far to recess and I managed to post every day. Amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Joanne is doing some travel. She says her last two official posts will be in Hawaii.
oh, awesome. You'll have a nice background, hopefully. Yeah, Dory says, have so much else going on. It's been hard to record and post every day. Yeah, and Dory was someone who started in quarantine essentially. So it's a lot different when you're home every day. Now life is definitely a little bit more, um, well, maybe a lot more active. Now that things are kind of open again, you kind of want to do all the things, and also you might not have the same amount of stamina for all the things that you used to have. So, yeah. So in terms of, say, like a final collaboration, we had talked about it, but I'm not sure that people necessarily have the energy for it, or especially like, say, in terms of video editing, that we have the energy for it. It takes a lot of time. So well, that's on the shelf right now. We can keep talking about it for sure. If folks are interested in getting involved in that, and I think some folks have voiced interest in that, you can contact Jenny, or just, I think Owen had commented in the chat thread, which is great, and let us know if you're interested in helping out with any of the end of project festivities, and we'll get you involved. And let us know if you have skills to go along with your energy and enthusiasm. Okay.
Exactly.
Terry, oh yeah, I saw Terry's at the Denver Uke Fest. How cool. And visiting family in Denver. Cool. Yep. Okay.
I was just thinking too, down the road when people have gotten shirts, it'll be great to do another shirt collage photo like Dory made for us she made it this year, but for the group that participated last year, which was a really awesome compilation shirt.
Yeah.
Or shot.
Shirt shot.
And Dory's also reminded me in the chat that the showcase video that we made last year, which came a little later, like mid-June, was actually 1-minute clips submitted from people, so that because we had so many people participating, we didn't do full songs for that, and that did, and it included a quote too. That's right. I liked the way that went together last year too.
Okay. Yeah. So I can get back in touch with Eric and see if he's willing to do that for us. We talked about doing a YouTube playlist, but it is kind of nice to have it assembled, yeah, with the quotes. That does take a little bit more assembly time. Yeah, so if folks are interested in the showcase, let us know. And then in the watch parties in the past have happened on day 100. Well, see, on day 100 in the US, which is different than day 100 in, say, Asia, Australia. So that's it would be a Monday, May 23rd. Is that correct, Jenny?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the U.S.
Yeah, does that work for people? Do on day 100, do we want to all be together somewhere? It could be a Zoom event, and that way we can all actually, see each other and talk, and then it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be a live broadcast event. We would just have it for ourselves, I think. That seems like that last year, I think we Zoomed together and then we shared it as a broadcast on Facebook. Does that make sense? So we could actually still do that. We could just Zoom it, and then we could actually broadcast it on YouTube, but as an unlisted, like a private link, so that it's not a live broadcast for everyone. Lynn said the talent this year has been insane. It keeps going up and up for sure, and that's because people are coming back year after year. It's not the first 100 days for a lot of people. It's a return 200 days or 300 days that makes it that keeps the level of I don't know necessarily want to say talent, but of effort and experience continuing to grow. Yeah.
And I think people figure out, no matter what level you're at, 100 days is a good chunk of time to figure out what you can do. And so you can kind of, if you choose to, you can sort of play to your strengths the next year, which, it's just a fun way to kind of explore the challenge as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay. So another idea, instead of having the watch party on day 100 proper, was to have it either the following Friday, um, which would be what, the 28th? Wait, 7th? But that happens to be the beginning of a holiday weekend in the States. Or if we go to the following Friday, that would be the first Friday in June. It would kind of be like our first Friday check-in.
Which is the 3rd of June.
Yeah, the 3rd of June, which would give people maybe an extra, 10 days to catch up if they're a little behind on finishing their 100 days. So, um, let us know how you feel. Do you want us to have an official kind of event on day 100 proper, or should we wait a few days? We can certainly still do some sort of showcase the later on. Another idea we had is, instead of doing a showcase, we could do a combination like showcase open mic. We could have people show up in person to share a song, and that might be really cool. It would be, taking all of this experience of 100 days and doing it for real. Not to a camera, but to real people live. So, yeah, would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Lynn says June 3rd is a holiday in the UK. Okay.
That's the Jubilee. I've been hearing about that.
Okay.
Some people are traveling, but some people are fine either way.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And Kathleen, I see Kathleen's comment about wanting to do it on a weekend, and that's part of the tricky thing about crossing so many time zones is if we do it on a Friday, for some people it will be the weekend, for some people it won't be yet. So it gets tricky. Oh, Kit, that's Kit.
Showcase.
Val also has a good point. I see Val in the chat, and shout out to all the moderators because
Yay,
you guys have been
mods.
doing amazing work. Thank you so much to the moderators. But yes, if you aren't finishing your 100 days around day 100, you're still welcome to keep going. Finish at your own pace. Do what's meaningful for you, and the group's not going to shut down. It'll still be there. Anybody who wants to keep posting is welcome to. So feel free to keep going with your project. And sometimes people continue to play after day 100. Last year, some people kept on numbering the posts even and kept on posting them. So feel free to do that too if you like.
Okay. Terry says day 100 is also his 37th wedding anniversary. Aww. So he preferred to wait a few days.
Fair.
Okay. Okay. It does feel like maybe later in the week is better, but then the 3rd, the Jubilee day, doesn't sound well. What happens in terms of the Queen's Jubilee? Like, are people doing stuff? Like, would it keep you from being online? But Kit says we'll be in Maui on June 4th.
Yeah, a lot of people planning travel.
I
Costa Rica.
know.
I thought I saw maybe.
Yeah, I guess that's, it is a heavy travel time. So, it's a day off work. Okay. So maybe it could still work for us to do a live thing. the idea of like a open mic celebration is kind of fun for me. You know, I feel like getting to see people do their thing live will be really cool. It might make for a very long event, but at the same time, I think because we cross so many time zones anyway, that might be okay. People could sign up for different slots based on their time zone.
It'd be like one of those television
Yeah.
telethons they used to do for fundraisers where people are up all night.
Right. See me at 11:35. um, okay. So maybe we tentatively uh, plan on that for the 3rd? Or do we think the 4th, which is a Saturday? Actually, that might be better because then we could make it an all day, a daytime event, an earlier day event. Because um, I'm in the earliest American time zone. So Jenny, Jenny could start it while I'm still sleeping, and then I
On the
can
East
pick it
Coast,
up.
yep.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
And we could combine it with, Dory's reminder about the showcase. We could have a time limit so that we could get as many people playing as possible. Maybe
Yeah.
get like a 3-minute slot or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. June 4th.
So nobody planned to play American Pie.
Or just one or two verses, like
That's
we did
right.
for the video, right? We
That's
were
right.
limited. um, okay. Oh, some people said they'll be flying or traveling. Maybe they'll have Wi-Fi on the plane. Oh, I don't know if Hawaii flights have Wi-Fi, unfortunately. Um, Joanne says leaving Maui on the 4th. Oh, sorry. Man. Um, yeah, we'll figure that out.
We could potentially even do a poll in the group
Yeah, about a best time.
about a date.
Yeah. I am thinking that the Saturday might make more sense. Because then Saturday is Sunday for our Asia Australia friends, right? Um, and then we could start earlier, not during a work day. Yeah. So Teresa says, I'm not on Facebook. How would it work? This wouldn't be on Facebook at all. So it would be a gathering on Zoom, and then we can use YouTube to stream it just like this, but we don't have to make it public. I think, would people want to make it public? Maybe you'd feel more comfortable if it weren't public, yeah? It doesn't have to be public. But that way people can tune in and watch it even if they're not on Zoom. And then people could also watch it later. Yeah. And then I think if people don't want to perform live, they could just submit a video that we share. We could do that as well.
Joe
But
is asking about submitting ahead of time if you're not available.
oh
I
yeah,
think that would just depend on how many people were interested in doing it because last year we did prioritize the people who were actually in the event and in the chat able to um, participate. And we do hopefully have that showcase to also have people sending in maybe clips of recordings so that we can get more people involved that way too.
yeah.
So that'll probably just depend on how many people are interested.
We could also play the recordings while we switch over people. Could be.
Hmm.
So that way it's less strict about, what time those recordings are shown. It's more just about the live. Um, yeah. Val said if I had an early evening Hawaiian time, it would work for Australia, UK. Yeah, but then all our US friends would be asleep potentially. But potentially we could do a Friday evening and then a Saturday morning, or we just do Saturday. Hmm. that,
With some, yeah, I mean, I think that what we did last
gets
year was
complicated.
we did the 2 times on the Monday. So whether we did a longer event or whether we did two chunks with a bigger break in the middle. Either could work.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll narrow down a time with a. I think the first plan might be to have it on a long event on Saturday um, versus splitting it into two. But I think that's definitely a possibility.
Sharon, you won't need to know how to go live on YouTube. That'll be from Cynthia's end hosting the event, but it'll go through Zoom. So you'll just need to be able to join a Zoom if you're going to play live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you've never played live on Zoom before, you should do that first.
Mm-hmm.
You should get some experience knowing how to play and making sure that your sound goes through. Amanda and Vanessa have been hosting an open mic for our 100 Days group, so try to participate in that.
Yeah, and that will happen I believe, this month before day 100. So it would be, if the time slot works for you, it's a particularly UK and Australia friendly time, I believe, then you could certainly join in there. Or maybe just the UK friendly, but.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to have people signing up for time slots and whatnot. And we'll try to get Amanda and Vanessa's help and experience, as they have been doing these open mics all along during the project, and they started this last year, right? Those open mics, yeah, and we'll hopefully keep them going because they seem to be very popular. So, all right, shall we move to t-shirts?
Let's talk
What
t-shirts.
everyone is really here for? No. Okay, so here is the big reveal of the t-shirt design that Jenny's husband, Dan, who is a professional designer, has been working on. And together with the mods, we kind of identified some colors and colorways that we thought folks would like. And so I think we're going to go with these two options to start. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. All right. I could even zoom. Can I zoom them in? Let's see. I can zoom them in so that you could see closer. Now the design is super cool. Uh-oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. The design is essentially 100 ukes, 100 swirling ukes, which is super cool. And then we have this cool color gradient, yeah, for the ink. So it seems that folks really like black t-shirts, and so we went with this one black shirt design, and then for those who like more colorful shirts, then we have this other, the light blue design. So, yeah. Oh, great. Okay, so it seems, yeah. Yay! I'm glad that people like them. Yes.
I was saying I think they look good together too. So if we do have a photo collage at some point, I think it's going to look really awesome with both those colors.
Yes. Yeah, it does look like a mandala to me as well. I think it's a cool effect that happens with the swirling ukes. Yay! Any option for V-neck? I don't think so because of the design. I know Jenny is a V-neck fan. Yeah. What do you think, Jenny?
Well, I know that often I cut my crew necks into V-necks, but it really does depend on the design and depending on how high up it is.
Right.
And how high or low people like their V-necks. It's kind of hard to find a V-neck that appeals to all the people who like V-necks. I find in some of the printed shirts.
Yeah. I think it is tough to manage printing to scale, right? Unless we print a lot of V-necks, and I don't know how many people like V-necks. But yeah, I would encourage you to cut your own V-neck. If people are very much into V-necks, Hmm. On the black, or would you want V-necks on both colors? I think maybe just black. Part of it depends on stock as well. You know what kind of t-shirts are our blank t-shirts are going to be in stock, because um, supplies are uh, in question these days. You know. Okay. Yeah. Yes, a big shout out to Dan Thunderberg, who's Jenny's
Yay.
husband, who designed this shirt and also designed last year's shirt. So, um, yeah, for some reason, last year everybody went with black, even though we had a cool purple design. So, this year we're gonna move forward with a color design, and I'm hoping that you can get both shirts. Um, I mean, if you do get both shirts, it's like I feel like it makes the shipping more worth it. And you're gonna wear both of these shirts. So, um, yeah. We might. I, I feel like the V-necks are going to be harder to manage in terms of getting in the numbers to, I don't know, to justify ordering them. So, um, let me see what we can do stock wise, and then I'll let you all know. Okay. Good. I'm glad everybody's excited. Are there any
Lynn's suggesting stickers would be nice.
stickers? We haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah,
Right.
if there's other merch ideas. Last year we did. I was able to get them magnets just because they were easy to do, and they're flat and they could send out with the shirts without much issue. Um, what did we do stickers last year?
I think there maybe was a sticker and a magnet,
A snicker
maybe.
and a magnet. Yeah,
So
yeah. Um,
Mary Lou is asking how people can find out about the open mic event. It's especially easy if you're in the Facebook group. We haven't been posting the open mics on Instagram, but if you're in Facebook, they all end up under the events tab in the Facebook group. Um, we'll have to think about if we're having a sort of a final big shebang, then maybe we can post that on Instagram as well and pull in, because I know some of the people here in the chat are from Instagram, not from Facebook.
right. Okay. Sounds good. Joanne says maybe just a lesson in cutting our own V-neck. Oh, maybe Jenny can give us a t-shirt cutting tutorial.
I'll send you a link to a YouTube video that I did not make.
Okay. Kazoo. Okay. Mandela's a sticker. Will these be on my website? Yes. Let's see. Are there leftovers of last year's shirt? You'd have to check my website. If there are, it's only probably like one size or something. So yeah, it is important to pre-order the shirt so that you can guarantee one, and it just helps our numbers to know how many people are ordering them. Um,
Oh, Amanda says there are two mediums.
okay. Yes. Yeah.
We'll see
Okay.
if those make it to the end of the chat here
I
today.
can. My goal was to get the shirts up today because for pre-order today. So if you're watching this today and watching this right now, then I'll send a link out later on Facebook. Mostly because the platform that hosts my merch, Bandcamp, they do no fees on the first Friday of every month, Bandcamp Friday. It's a way for them to support artists. They started doing it during the pandemic as a way to support artists, and it's still going on. So they're still doing it. Um, so stay tuned, and I will get those out. Um, uh, I guess I'll just turn those around as soon as I can. I'll just need to double check the t-shirt stock numbers, and we'll get those up. Okay. Thank you for ordering the shirts today. Yeah, drink bottle hat stickers. So, hmm. Last year I just included the stickers with the shirts, mostly because uh, I don't, I've never had stickers for order by themselves. So with merch shipping, it becomes very expensive to ship anything, right? So, like, do you want to pay a lot of money to ship just stickers? So then I've included, just made it included with the shirt. Um, if you want stickers only, we'll figure something out. I think they wouldn't go with the shirt order necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't make a separate item for them today. Mm, I don't know. Tell me what you want sticker wise. If for those who want stickers, like, would you be okay with like a pack of stickers? Like, are you gonna pay $5 shipping for just like two stickers? I need some feedback on that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would include stickers with the t-shirt, but if you want to order them on their own, then it would, you know you'd have to cover the cost of doing that, because even just for someone to have to pack them and ship them, it adds up. Yeah. Are the t-shirts unisex sizes? Yes. So they're going to be the same shirts that we had as last year, right? So they're unisex. I happen to like the softness of them. They're 100% cotton. Um, yeah, you can cut them into a V if you like. Magnet. Okay. Okay, so yeah, for now, we'll just plan on the shirts. I'll plan on getting stickers to go with them. Um, if there's other merch item ideas, we'll play with it. We'll see. I like the water bottle idea. I feel like that's a popular item now, to get a water bottle. But again, it's like the complications of packing and shipping them and whatnot. So, okay. Yeah, last time some people threw away the sticker and the magnet because they didn't know that it was in there. Sorry about that. I I think I got my package, maybe just because I'm in Hawaii, it's further. I got my package after some other people got their packages, so I would have let you all know that's the way it was. Bumper sticker. When do you think the shirts would ship? Not for a while, because of supply chain issues. It's going to take a while to get the shirts and then print the shirts and then package them and ship them. So maybe we can aim for early June. Maybe it'd be nice to aim for our open mic. That would be pretty tight. We'd have to get moving, which we can do. We can get things moving, for sure. Terry said the shirts do shrink a bit, not much, but a bit. That's good to know. I wear my shirts super big, so that's I like that. I usually order bigger and then let it shrink a little bit. Yeah. Mary Lou, put the sticker on the water bottle. There you go. Then you can. Oh, Dory said the same thing. Okay, cool. So I'll work on getting that up today, and I'll post it, and let's I'll spread the word about that. Yeah, I'm super stoked. I would definitely wear both of those shirts. So yay. Uh, any last comments, questions about the end of the project? What are folks going to work on for the last 17 days? Um, yeah, what have you learned this year as part of this year's project? Um, and if this is not your first time, if this you're coming back to the project, what have you learned this year that's different in past years? Yeah. Uh, Jenny, any comments to start?
Well, I think every year I just figure out how to make it a little more sustainable for myself. So I feel like last year was really the year that really clicked for me, and this year I just continued to give myself permission to do what was working for me each day. I also always want to encourage people towards the end of the project. Sometimes you can feel, I've heard people say this, that they've run out of songs that they feel like they can work on. And you absolutely can go back and work on songs from the beginning of the project and see how far you've come. A lot of time, even if you weren't working on the same song all the way through, you'll find that all the other things you've played in the meantime have now made your approach to those early songs very different, and they come more smoothly, or you're able to think of new ways to play them. And so I think that can be a really fun way to end up the project if you need some inspiration. Just go back and revisit some of those earlier pieces and see how they feel now.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Um, that could be something thematic, like it could be something that we all or many people do, right? That you intentionally revisit a song that you felt like you could have done better, right? That like you tried at the beginning of the project, and then you know, after the experience of playing for these dozens of days, and yeah, I can reapproach with some fresh eyes, fresh fingers. um, I'm wanting to come back to bossa nova, which I worked on last year, as last year part of last year's 100 Days project. But was feeling like it's a kind of good time for me to come back to that with some more focus on the recording side of things. So I'm gonna hopefully get that done in the next couple weeks. I can't believe it's so close to being over. And hopefully, also you see that like it doesn't have to end right at 100 days. I know the relief of like not having to post every day. Will it'll be nice to take a break, but at the same time, I feel like for those in the past, you know what it feels like that on day 101 you're like, oh, what do I do? Okay, I'm still gonna make a video, right? So I think we'll see a lot of day 101 or 102 type videos. Um, but it can be an ongoing thing that just like, okay, today I am going to execute this thing and I'm going to turn it around and make it happen. And I have found that cycle works well for me. If I just package it into what can I accomplish today, right? Instead of feeling like, oh, like I have to wait until I have some final product. I don't think you do. Okay, let's see what some folks have said.
I like the idea of getting a few more collabs in. For those of you who are doing collabs, I saw
Mm.
that comment from Lynn to try to get in another couple collabs. I look forward to seeing those.
Mm-hmm. Sarah mentioned that she's finishing up a song that she's writing. That is so cool. Yeah, it is so great to see more originals. I think next year I'm going to try to help set people up a little bit more to do more songwriting. I think that would be really cool.
I
Dor-
like Terry's idea to. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, 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 no. I was just going to say that Dory was talking about making it more sustainable and not to be so hard on herself. So, yeah, that's important too. Go ahead, Jenny.
Oh, that I like Terry's idea of finger picking songs that he previously had only been strumming. So that, and
Mm.
I've seen some of those videos, Terry. It's very cool to watch you refresh the songs for yourself by doing the finger picking with them.
Mm-hmm. And spending a quality amount of time right on each song. I've appreciated that as well, that like I think you're showing people that like it's okay to just keep working at one thing, that it doesn't have to be a new thing every day, and that it doesn't make it more sustainable. And then also you can see your progress right over say the 5 days that you've been working on a song. So yeah. Justine said, I've learned about being kind to yourself, right? Not requiring perfection. Not letting the recording suck the joy out of playing. That's a good way to put it, right? You know, um, it's there's a lesson to be learned in kind of ignoring the camera and really just focusing on what you're doing. You know, really focusing on your own growth versus what you show. Right? Instagram versus reality, as I say on social media. Okay. Um, Betsy, have we seen you much, Betsy? I feel like I haven't seen your videos this year. I haven't had as much time to check in lately. But Betsy said I'm trying to memorize songs for the last 20 days. Well, that's cool. Okay.
Lynn mentioned redoing simple songs with new voicings of chords. That was something I had a lot of fun with. A couple times I
Hmm.
took a one or two chord song and I just moved the chords into a different shape that was less familiar for me, or I played different verses with shapes in different places on the neck. And that was really, really, I enjoyed exploring that. So that's a great idea, Lynn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm doing things I thought I couldn't do before. Aw. I've ignored songs for years, thinking I couldn't do it, and listening to others do those songs have inspired me. Oh, that's such I think a great part of this project, you know, the inspiration from everybody else. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah. And Val says, as a mod and behind the scenes, seeing behind the scenes, all we see is support and care for each other around the world. Aww. Yes. Big shout out to our mod team. Um, there, there definitely has been a lot going on the mod team this year. But on the surface, right, they keep everything nice and cool. Jenny, do you want to shout out all the mods?
Yeah, and I also want to say thank you to our group experts too. So let's see if I can name everybody. We've got Christina as acting as an admin, and Dory, Terry, Amanda, Val, Mo, Valerie, and then we have great group experts including Ellen, Tina, Ray, Doreen, Mia, Vanessa, Ken, and
Mm-hmm.
there's someone else that I'm missing who is also an expert. I'm so sorry. I'll think of it probably right after we stop broadcasting.
There's a lot. There's a lot of
Yes.
us.
But they've been very active and so helpful in encouraging folks and in making sure that the people's videos, you know, because we've all seen how many posts there are in a day, how quickly they go by, how easily your video can kind of like fall to the bottom of the Facebook algorithm due to no fault of your own. And the mods are trying to stay on top of that and doing a really great job, and I just appreciate them so much.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. You know, folks are volunteering their time to shape this community, right? Which I think we can all feel that like without the encouragement and support of the community, it would be very hard to keep going for 100 days. So thank you so much to the mod team, the admins, our group experts, and Jenny. Everybody, lots of emojis, round of applause in the chat for Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny manages a lot of things aside from uh, the issues that might go on with the group, administrating the group, and coordinating the mods. Now she's also had to coordinate designing the shirt with her husband.
He didn't need too much coordinating though, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks.
Okay. Cool. I think we can wrap it up there. We'll keep everybody posted. We'll plan on some sort of open mic celebration type thing on the weekend after our day 100. And that'll give people a little bit of time to catch up and us, you know, time for us to plan what that event actually is. But I think a goal of trying to get those shirts to folks before then would be amazing. I think it might be a little tight, but it would be amazing. Yeah. Okay. All right. The t-shirt reveal. Like it's a like it's a big event, yeah. Yay, I'm glad everybody's excited
Unveiling.
about it. Yes. Okay. All right, we'll wrap up there. Jenny, we can do our little um, farewell to folks, and we'll end the stream here. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Let's see. It's hard for me to know if it's actually ended. Okay.